Okay, starting with the installation of Wazuh, we'll be using Rocky Linux 10.1, on which we will be installing the Wazuh. Why we have chosen Rocky Linux? To be very precise, Rocky Linux is considered the spiritual successor to CentOS Linux, which was the community standard free rebuild of RHEL for nearly 2 decades. Rocky Linux is designed to be 100% bug for bug compatibility with RHEL. It isn't a replacement for RHEL, which is commercial product with paid support. Instead, it functions as a downstream rebuild. Now, the features, the cost, we don't have to pay anything for the Rocky Linux, while the RHEL is a paid subscription. For the support, the third party community is provided, and the updates that typically lag as comparative to RHEL. Now, the main important points why we have chosen Rocky Linux 10.1 is because of its stability, specifically the stable version, which is 10.1, and the compatibility, plus the open source and long term support, which is LTS, and the zero licensing cost that we already have discussed. Now we will be installing the Wazuh server on the Rocky Linux, which we are going to be building. And starting with the process, we will be using Rocky Linux 10.1. We will search Rocky Linux 10.1. The first link, Rocky Linux 10.1, available now. On this page, you can click download. Here we have Rocky Linux 10, 9, 8. We'll be going with 10.1. Hit DVD ISO button. Well, I have already downloaded the ISO. Let's start building the Rocky Linux 10.1. Click on File, New Virtual Machine. We will go with typical. I will install the operating system later. Linux, and you have to make sure the version is Rocky Linux 64-bit. Next, I'm going to name it Wazuh-Rocky. Now the location I'm going to set in my machines and add a new folder here with the same name. Hit OK. I've selected the wrong one. Let's fix this. Okay, now that's good. Let's hit next, and for the disk allocation we'll go with 50 minimum. You can go with 50 GB. I'm going to check store virtual disk as a single disk, single file, and hit next. For the summary, we'll customize the hardware. I'm going to allot it 4 gigabit. Processor are going to be 4, and I will check the virtualizer Intel. For the new CD DVD, we are going to use ISO image and browse, select our ISO file, which is going to be Rocky 10.1. Network adapter is NAT. I'm going to add one more adapter that is going to be for our lab, and for the second adapter I'm going to set it to VMnet1 host only. The configuration seems okay. Let's close this, review once, finish, and let's start the Rocky Linux 10.1. As the screen appears, just click on the screen and press up arrow key, hit install Rocky Linux 10.1. This is going to take some time. Once this screen appear, just select the language, English, On this installation summary page, you are going to get an arrow like thing on installation destination. Just click once, it's nothing, just you have to make sure it's checked and hit done. It's gone. The important part is user settings. Select Rocky root account. We have to create, it's disabled, enable it, and I'm going to set the password admin and admin. I'm also going to check allow SSH and hit the done twice because the credentials are weak. User creation, I'm going to create a user that is named Wazuh, and the password is going to be the same, admin admin. Hit the done button twice because the credentials are weak. Then hit the begin installation button. It's going to take some time. So the installation is done. Let's click the reboot system. Now as you click this, it's going to automatically detach, remove the CD DVD. When this appears, you can click not listed to access it as root. We are going to give the username root, and the password we set was admin. Now we are just going to give this very first time the root and admin. Next time we are going to power up this machine, it's going to show us the super user. You'll click the super user and give the password as admin. Now as we can see, our Rocky Linux is built. There are some things to configure. The first thing is our network adapters. Click on network adapter and click on this arrow. Click wide settings. Here in wide settings, we know that our first ENS 160 adapter is our NAT adapter, and Ethernet ENS 192 is second adapter, which is host only. Now keep it NAT as it is. We have to change the configuration for ENS 192. I'm gonna turn it off. Click settings, go on IPv4. It is automatic DHCP. I'm going to click manual, give an IP. I'm going to give it 99 for the Wazuh, and the mask is /24. I'm not going to configure the gateway because when I configure the gateway, the DNS is not resolved. So it is just going to look the gateway then, and it is not going to be resolved. I'm going to hit apply, turn this interface on. Now click again network. You can see it is connected now. To confirm, I'm going to click start button or click this icon and search terminal. For the confirmation, I'm going to ping 8.8.8 and the connectivity with the internet is good. I'm going to ping my base machine to confirm if I'm able to. Okay, the convergence is okay. So till this part we have installed, we have built the Rocky Linux 10.1 successfully. Now the next step is to install the Wazuh on this Rocky Linux 10.1. So starting with the installation of Wazuh, we need to open our terminal. The first command, we have to turn off the firewall so the traffic for the Wazuh is able to pass through. All the commands in the notepad will be shared. We have disabled the firewall service. One more thing we have to disable related to the firewall is SC Linux, which is enforcing. We have to set it disable. Control O, Control X. Now we need to check once if that was okay. That's disabled. Okay, for now Wazuh, we just have to give one combined command, the curl and installation command. Make sure it's 4.14, and that's it. If you get an error here, which is for 4 gigabit and 2 CPU cores, well, we already set that, but in this case that means we need to increase our memory resources. Let's turn it off and fix these. Edit, set it to 8, let's just for the installation, and turn on the machine. That is very normal because Wazuh is very strict about the resources. Once it's installed, we can reduce it to 6 gigabit or minimum 4. For installation, I have kept it 8. Now, as you will see, we are having the first time we logged in with root. Here it is super user. We'll go with the super user, add the password admin, again with the same command. We are just going to curl and download Wazuh. And see, we didn't got any error, so it was just for the about the resources. It's going to take some time. Now as you can see that the installation was successful. Here we can see that the configuration files were fetched, the Wazuh indexer was installed, the Wazuh server, which is also the Wazuh manager set to be, and the Wazuh dashboard. Here is our, these are the credentials, the admin and some random password. I'm just gonna copy that, and now let's confirm by accessing in our local machine first. Going to open the browser, and the Wazuh will be at the IP with HTTPS. HTTPS colon / 150.1.7.99 in our case. And we can see that we just got the warning. I will say advance and then accept the risk and continue. Now you can reduce the resources to 6 gigs. Admin and the password was random, and login. I'm going to save these. Now this must say default API has been updated, or if you encounter any kind of issues here, then the commands to check the status and restart each node, which is Wazuh indexer, Wazuh dashboard, Wazuh manager, are sudo systemctl status to check the status for Wazuh indexer. First we check for indexer, and you can see it's active and running. The other one is Wazuh manager. Just at the end you will say manager. It can also be .service, it can also be just manager, both are same. You can see it's active and running. The last one is dashboard. We don't normally really need to restart that, but in case you just need to know the commands. And if you want to restart, if any of the service is failing, then you just have to say dashboard. For example, if you want to start the dashboard, we'll just say status on to be restart. That's it, and it's going to restart the service, and then we can again check the status, and it's running. So these are the troubleshooting commands I mentioned, and we are able to access our Wazuh dashboard. Let's just take a quick review of I'm accessing from my base machine, https colon / 150.150.17 and .99 advance proceed. Now I should really keep the random password pasted here, and that's going to be this one because it's a long lengthy password. We are going to change that in a minute. For now I want to show the dashboard of Wazuh. Now here we have the main page. In the next video we are going to deploy a new agent. For now I'm going to show you explore. You can see the Wazuh itself, the logs of Wazuh itself are shown here. So you just click on the left corner hamburger icon, and then in explore you have discover. Here you can see all the logs. To filter out these logs in a proper sequence, you can just add agent ID, agent name, the important fields I am selecting, and the most important is rule dot description. Now this is very important, rule dot description, just add it and you'll see the details of every log. Now all these are of our the Wazuh server. As you can see, the agent name is local. I'm just going to remove this agent name. We know that by ID the 000 is the local host, which is the Wazuh server. So that's all for the Wazuh dashboard. Let's fix our password because it's quite lengthy. For that we need to enter a command which I have shared in the notepad. Now in this case I am setting my password admin static123. It doesn't allow me to add sign here, so I just added the static. Let's go with this, and the user credentials are being updated and also saved to the backup. For the file beat they are also fixed. For the indexer, for the file beat, and most probably for the dashboard and manager too, it's going to be updated. And here we go. So now we need to remember the password. I'm going to save in my notes. Now if I access my from my local machine, let's confirm if the password was changed. 150.1.7.99. And now the password I changed, a capital admin static 123, and yes, we update it and we are able to access our Wazuh dashboard. So that's all for this video. We'll be building a agent Windows 10 machine, and then we'll be making our Windows 10 machine an agent and do some deep level sysmon implementations for the deep level logs with the templates, and probably we'll be also performing a FIM lab, file integrity monitoring, in the next video. Thank you.